Hi, my name is Marc Joffe, and I'm in Amsterdam. This is the first talk about online advertising from someone who's involved in it. The first post I can talk about here, or video post, is the evolution of online advertising. I like to consider online advertising as the space around the content. You know, the content can't really exist most of the time without advertising, and of course that can be quite debated. But after a number of years, and since the crash of 2008, there's been a lot of talk about the increase in online advertising and ad spend, media buying on the web. A lot of talk compared to traditional places like TV, radio, or the newspaper. I can tell you that being involved since 2006 in Canada, and then in London in 2008, and now in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, from 2012, it's just growing, and digital advertising spend is getting a lot more sophisticated in its capabilities. I'd like to talk about the publisher perspective. In other words, where media buyers buy advertisements on high traffic sites, and they book a number of impressions, and they usually try to get the best rates they can. But I'm talking from a publisher perspective now, and the publisher has ad space, display advertising to sell, and they want to get the best rates that they can for their advertisements on their pages, ad space, all the banners and the rich media types and things like this. Usually in the older days, 2006, a publisher would have a sales team, and that sales team would be responsible for selling digital advertising space on the website, or a network, which is a bunch of websites. There was a lot of meetings and talking, and I'd sit in the meetings as someone that would advise the sales team on the inventory or the ad space available, and where that was and how much we had of it and what that would offer their clients. There was a lot of, I have to say, chin wagging, and it was really exciting times, and very important meetings. And unlike other people back then, early on when I started in online advertising, some ad ops people are very technical, but I happen to be more interested in the commercial aspect, and involved with the salespeople and account managers, and being very commercially minded. And that's more of the progression that I had. Other people that start in advertising operations or ads, some of them go to the more of a techie types. Anyway, after the ad space was sold, it was up to the advertising operations department, or ad ops, to make sure the money spent on the site was maximized, and the amount of impressions that they booked were fulfilled. And it was usually on a CPM basis, cost per 1,000 impressions, a good way to round it off. If it went well, then ad partners would reload and spend more ad dollars spend more money on the site, and that was a very good thing. If the account management was right, and it was a win-win, as we used to say, then they kept reloading, and there were more meetings and chin wagging. The present day is a lot different than that. Of course, there's meetings. It's wonderful sitting in on forecasting and discussing what the different verticals have and offer a client. But you really don't have to do all that. Now, you don't even need a phone call. Really, you can drop all your ad space inventory into an ad exchange where countless bidders from around the world, and I say in my blog, hopefully vetted, can bid on your inventory. And the highest bidder gets the first crack or first look. In the old days, you see eyeball, like they get the first crack at the user, the impression, and we say first look now. And the first impression, the first time someone comes to a site, they're very valuable. So a lot of clients and media buyers are looking for that first look, and that's usually the highest value of CPM if it's based on a CPM buying model. So there's other discussions around that, but I'm not really talking about for those of you that understand, I'm not talking about premium inventory. I'm talking more about remnant or lower in the ad stack. And now you can have a publisher perspective on online high traffic websites. There's a couple difficulties that publishers run into now with the devaluation of their inventory or on the exchange. The problem is that there's so much control and technology has gone into the buy side that publishers are having a hard time keeping up with the value of their inventory, or they may have a hard time. By nature, and this can be, and I'd love to hear your comments, inventory can be devalued as soon as it's entered into an ad exchange, and not a private ad exchange. And in effect, on the open market, pure premium publishers that offer their inventory for a premium rate, they can afford to do so, and they have great content. They are few and far between. So really, this is the first time I've recorded on Google Hangout and Google Air. I really don't know if this is working. Basically, I'm a commercially minded ad ops thought leader, and I love what I do. I'm involved with very complicated advertising stacks and multiple ad partners, and all of the ad partners are competing for that first impression. And that's really where a good ad ops team and team leader can make a difference. Preferably with a service-side platform like Dart for Publishers or OpenX, a place to manage all your valuable ad space. And that allows the unsold inventory, the inventory that is not sold on a premium, to drop into an RTB function. And usually AdSense comes last. Most people understand about AdSense, but there's much more to online advertising than that. So that's a lot to take in. So thanks if you've made it the whole way. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to try to make these videos a little bit more concise. This is an online advertising general discussion, and thank you for watching. If you need the advantage of an ad ops leader or a team member, I can help manage your inventory or help create new demand for your ad space. That's what I do. I work from Amsterdam. I'm active in the industry on a global level. And like I say in my blog on massmediamarketing.ca, again, that's massmediamarketing.ca. I say vanavond to you.